Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And this, as you can see, me coughing, no, is my November TBR, or my November reading plans, or what you want to call them. So, yeah, November for me is gonna be three things. It's gonna be Netgalley November, it's gonna be nonfiction November, and it's gonna be hilarious readathon November, which is my own readathon. Yeah. Um, it's gonna be a bit of mix of this and that, the things I'm gonna read. Also as usual, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not going to read all of these, but these are the ones I think I might read. It's not impossible to read this. So yeah. Let's first do the non-fiction books. So first we have Against White Feminism by Rafia Zakaria, a short-ish book about why white feminism isn't the right feminism. You should be feminist for everyone, not just white people. Or kind of that. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but yeah. Then we have a book I haven't finished yet, which is gonna be kind of a recurring theme in this video. But yep, Bloody Brilliant People by Kathy Newman. So this I have started just like a few pages into it. But yeah, it's all about duos that aren't really that well known or kind of have been ignored by history. So yeah, excited to get this one or get to it again. Then, hmm, then we have a book that I actually bought this year, last year. I think it was this year. Anyway, sorry. The Greatest Nobodies of History by Adrian Bliss. And yeah, this looks at history from the servant's point of view, from the servant of Henry VIII, from the people who were behind the scenes but still saw what happened. And yeah, it looks like a fun read. This was on my radar because I heard about the title and I just thought, "Oh, that title is just amazing." So honestly, yeah, just the title is amazing, making me want to read it. Then we have Bibliotheke i Gaza, The Library in Gaza by Rachid Benzina. And it's all about a war correspondent or a war photographer who goes around who meets someone in Gaza or a library, and they talk about the world literature, but also about what's happening in Gaza. I'm thinking, okay, I don't quite know. I bought this impulsively because the money goes to Doctors Without Borders. It's about Gaza. It's about books. I'm gonna get it. Okay. Yes. Yes, I am. Then we have some library books that I want to get to that I've kind of forgot about slash ignored. So we have Had Christophers Arv by Christopher Columbus. This is a middle grade book by him. And yeah, a middle grade book, teens saving the world. Sounds fun. And then we have Tåkemordet by Hans Olav Lahlum. This is a cozy crime, I would say, from last year. But yeah, this is actually one of the few crime authors that I kind of follow. I used to love him. I don't love him anymore, but I do still enjoy him. And I kind of thought, you know what? Well, let's read his latest. This one came out last year, but also at least here in Norway, whenever a book comes out, like the newest book comes out, they have like 200 years of waiting list, so you can't really read the newest books from the library because then you'll never get to read them. So yeah, this one came out last year. Though it's not long time ago now, but what is a long time ago? I suppose it depends on who you are or what you believe, how you define time a long time ago. Yep. Then we have Well Actually by Macy Eddings. So I've read two of Macy Eddings' books so far. I loved Late Bloomer. I loved her YA book, and I quite enjoyed Late Bloomer. But this cover just makes me intrigued, and yeah, I want to give it a go. And then we have All is Fair by Emma Newman, the third in her Split World book. I also have where is? Give me a moment. I thought it was all over. Yeah, there it is. Give me a moment. Also have Any Other Name by Emma Newman. This is the second book, and that one's in the is the third book. So yeah, I actually have started this one slightly. I wasn't quite in the mood for it, but yeah, I do want to get to it. And then we have Trollbundet of Margit Sandemo, a Norwegian book. This is a Norwegian fantasy cult classic, I would say. It's it's one of those weird books that's kind of cross books where it's people who don't usually say they like fantasy like this book. Uh, I think it's based around people having sex. I think it's kind of like the original romantic in a way, because I believe most of the books are like sexiness, but there's also fantasy elements, and I don't really know also that much about them, but yeah, want to give them a go. Then we have Bonusdetektiven og Mysteriet med de forsvunne bøkene. So this is a book all about a guy who gets a job in blah 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 in Northern Ireland, and turns out that the job he's getting is different than I thought, and he's working in a library that's different, and yeah, I thought, you know what, let's try this one out. And then we have Bara Little of Simona Arnstedt, a Swedish romance author. I haven't read anything by her at all before, and I thought, why not? Now, who knows? Maybe I will pick it up because I'm a mood reader, so yeah. Then we have, yeah. Let's get to this. No, I won't do this one now. Yeah. Then we have. I'm so organized. Then we have another non-fiction book, Tickling in the Irish. I always want to say tickling Irish. It's tickling in English. Yes, Dara O'Brien is English. It's Irish. What? Why do I mix them? I don't know. I'm still like, okay. Tickling the English by the Irishman Dara O'Brien. Yes, that's right. I've been thinking of maybe reading this for Diceathon, but I'm not sure if I'll get time to it. So if not, I think I might do it in November. And then we have. Come on, where did the book go? There, yeah. I'm so organized. And then we have How to Become a Dark Lord and Die Trying by Django Wexler. This would work for hilarious readathon because it's supposed to be very funny and also quite funny title. I'm kind of yeah, I feel like that's kind of a funny, different title, so it works in different ways really. So yeah, so there are those, and then as I said, it's also NetGalley November. And I know some of you have been thinking like, oh, I want to know what you're reading. Nothing I remember. And I had thought I had so many books to read, and I realized I don't have so many, but I have some. So yeah. So yeah, I've had Netguy for a year now, and how often I've been good with writing reviews and reading it before it comes out? Not so often. How often have I been good with like downloading them and getting them before they're out? Mm, Not as often, but yeah, I have a few downloaded here that I want to get to. I actually have two that I requested that I got that I am very much looking forward to. Well, sorry, one of them. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the other ones first. So we have a literary liaison by Miva Lee. And this one I got just kind of before the because of the publisher, which is Dragonwood, which I very much enjoy. Uh, and it's a historical romance set around a public feud with authors, I believe, and it's kind of give it to me. And then we have Danger at Darkmoor Park by Siri James. Looks intriguing and nice. Kind of mystery with the romance. Then we have How Shimi got How Simi got her groom back by Sonali Dev. I think I've read something about Sonali Dev before, but might be thinking wrong. But if not, I'm thinking like sounds like a fun road trip romance book. Then we have one of the books that I got requested, which is How Not to Kiss a Prince by B. Wheeler. And this is a YA book that's coming out next year, but it looked fun, so I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna request that one, and I got it. So yeah, that's quite fun. But lastly, the one I think is kind of one of my most anticipated reads of November, honestly, also of 2025. It is Arrow of Fortune by Jacqueline Benson, which I got on NetGalley. So the other two books I've been doing on audiobook, and I kind of been thinking I'll probably do audiobook the third book, and I heard it's going on NetGalley. You know what? Let me read it. And I mean, I can always read it and then have it as audiobook afterwards and do it because the audiobook narrator is amazing, but also Arrow of Fortune. I was privileged to get it as an arc. I mean, yes, I'm getting it. I have it as an arc now, and it's out in a few weeks, so it's not like I'm be getting it many weeks before everyone else. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting to read it and not have it as a voice thing in my head. In my head. But still, yeah, Arrow of Fortune. I have it as an arc. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. But honestly, that's actually my no, sorry. I was about to say that's my Netgalley books. There, I don't know why one of them is. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Because I had another book that's not a book that I am not good with Netgalley. Because I thought I had because like the thing is you download stuff and then well, maybe it's not there forever. Because I downloaded a book that I plan to read also that came out in October because I had thought I downloaded it. But now I can't find it, so seems to be gone. But yeah. But also yeah. Maybe I will get some more read for now. Who knows? But at least right now there's those 5 books, and I feel like yeah, 5 books for Netgalley November is not too bad really. You don't really need so many books, do you? I thought I had more. Turns out I don't. But yeah, and yeah, that is my November reading plans. As I said with well, kind of said with the Hilarious Readathon, I don't really have stuff planned for that. Actually, I have planned for Netically. I have planned for non-fiction number because I have some non-fiction books I want to get to. The Hilarious Readathon, my own readathon, I haven't planned. Well, I mean, the prompts for that one is kind of easy. Like the prompts for it is read a book in a series, read a book that works for read a book that's a TBR veteran. Like a lot of these are kind of easy to find. So I feel like with that read farm, I'm just gonna go very much with the flow and just kind of feel how I feel. So yeah, but yeah, I feel like November is gonna be a good reading month. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, if you want to tell me what you're gonna read in November, please do. And I'll see you soon. Bye.